Kurt, what's it mean to
Jacqueline?
be back home? Finally.
Seems like October of 2019 was a long time ago. So well overdue, excited to be in front of our fans, excited for our players to be playing in front of fans. When we left off in 2019, we had the best home record in the league during the 2019 season, and that's in large part to our fan base. So excited to be back, and even with it being a reduced crowd, just so excited to be back in front of our fan base.
Jacqueline?
Hi, Kurt. Nice to see you. In terms of tonight's matchup against Phoenix, where do you think your team has an advantage?
Home, we're home. That'd be good. That we have to use that to our advantage. Obviously, the big three is where you got to start game planning for Phoenix with Diana Taurasi, Skylar, and Brittany Griner. So obviously a formidable starting lineup, but everything starts with those big three. And again, that's not counting out how talented Kia Nurse is and how talented Bree Turner is. So a really, really talented starting lineup. We both are going to have 10 players available. And so I think in the long run, it's whose bench can you get to team's bench? Is there a bench that steps up? I think is a big the big part of the story tonight on whose bench is going to play best.
Great. Thanks, Kurt.
Yep.
Miles?
Hey, Coach. Miles Ehrlich with Winsider. The other night, Jonquel Jones returned after last season's absence and immediately picked up where she left off. While she's obviously a mismatch for every team in this league, how important is her ability to stretch the floor for you guys against a team with dangerous rim protectors like Brittany Griner and Bree Turner?
Yeah, really proud of JJ. That was off of two practices. I mean, 2 practices and a majority of a roster that she hasn't played with. Natisha Heidemann, really the only person that she's played quality minutes with. Bree Jones was on the team through the years with JJ, but a lot of times they platoon for each other. So they hadn't logged a lot of minutes together. So literally all new faces for JJ, 2 practices. So what she did in Atlanta can't be understated. How aggressive she was, how confident she was looking for offense. So, really impressive evening for JJ. And she's got to do that. Obviously is a big piece of the puzzle this year.
Maggie?
How did you see your 2 rookies, Aaliyah and Dejanay, kind of go from Friday's game and process that and digest that into being prepared for today's game, which is, at home, their first home, pro game? How did you see them digest this whole weekend?
I still get butterflies after 30 years of doing this, right? So how nervous they were in game 1. That was all about pace and how fast the Atlanta guards were. Now it's about the experience and the savvy and how talented this backcourt is. 3 really, really talented guards. So obviously the butterflies are going to continue, but hopefully they got 1 game under their belt. They'll settle in, learning different scouting reports. But proud of those guys. They've earned the way onto this team. Aaliyah made enough of an impact that she was the obvious choice for the hardship exception player that we were able to sign. So just proud of them and hope they continue to not to put too much pressure on themselves, do what they're capable of doing, continue to prepare, and then play their guts out and not try to do anything that they're not capable of doing.
Alexa?
Hi, Kurt. What did you see from Bree Jones on Friday? Like good or bad or everything in between? And then what do you want her to do specifically tonight going against such tough posts that Phoenix presents?
Yeah, we're going to play through Bree Jones. I thought she had stretches where she was real good. She was a little bit in foul trouble, so played less than 10 minutes, I believe, in the first half. In the first game, even, a bigger challenge tonight with Brittany Griner. She's guarded her well through the years. She'll get another chance also, but we've got to keep Bree Jones out of foul trouble. When she was on the floor, she was a major impact for us. A little bit of foul trouble opening night. But again, you see how much even better shape she is in this year than in previous years. She just continues to improve and take that next step each and every year. And she's played herself into a really, really talented post player in this league.
Charlotte?
Hi, Kurt. Dejanay talked about the other day just the experience of playing off the bench in college. And I'm wondering what you've seen from that just in the weeks of camp and then after that first game.
Yeah, it's still so early, hard to tell. We hardly had anyone in camp, so there was no sitting around watching. You're in all the reps possible in training camp, and now only one game under her belt. But that will bode well. She understands what it's like to be ready and come off the bench. She understands watching early in the game, dissecting and seeing what things are doing. You know, this is the first time that she's going to see Diana Taurasi, Skylar Diggins up close and personal. She's going to have to guard those guys. She's going to have to guard a Kia Nurse. And if you're not ready to run back in transition, she's going to get a leak out layup. So she gets to watch that. Again, I think, like you mentioned, the Baylor experience will help her just be comfortable, ready to impact as soon as she can when she enters the game.
Any other questions for Kurt? Okay, thank you so much, Kurt. You're all set.
Thank you.